Welcome back, my friends. Friday, November 25th, 2022. I hope you all had a good holiday for those of you that celebrate. Very quickly, if you like content like this, please subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you will be notified anytime I post a video. It is greatly appreciated. Now, just about this time yesterday, about 24 hours, 22 hours ago, we actually had a legit earthquake swarm take place in Texas. If we check out the USGS, you could see the largest of these earthquakes was a 5.4 back on the 16th, 7 days ago. Putting these all within the same week, these are the biggest of over 30 earthquakes that have taken place basically in this exact same area. We had a 4.9 and a 4.5 take place yesterday back to back. If we zoom in a little bit here, you're going to see these are concentrated in a small area, the three biggest earthquakes. Now, if we go ahead and change this to the last 7 days, all magnitudes, you're going to see something interesting. And that not only is a swarm where those two larger earthquakes took place, which are all being called aftershocks from that 5.4 we had last week, and now this entire area has been riddled with smaller earthquakes. All of these little ones around 3.0s, which kind of trickled along into this area. And then as you can see, this concentration of earthquakes taking place right here. If we switch back so we can see that 5.4 earthquake, we can zoom in and actually get the coordinates for exactly where this took place. If we go ahead and punch those coordinates into Google Earth, we're going to zoom into this location, and I think we're pretty much going to find our answer as to what's going on here. And for those of you that don't know, a huge part of Texas, Oklahoma, and actually many other places have insane oil drilling operations that involve penetrating the Earth's crust and basically shooting wastewater into the Earth to then in turn extract oil. Each one of these are different dumping pools, but these are all different oil pads. And if you zoom out of this area, again, here's where the earthquake took place, the 5.4 that started this mess, which was on November 16th. If we zoom out, you can see literally hundreds of miles and hundreds, if not thousands, of these oil digging operations. They are absolutely everywhere. So basically, picture the Earth's crust as if it were be turning into like Swiss cheese. All these different holes being dug into the crust have over time basically been weakening this particular area of western Texas. If we zoom out, you can see we are in western Texas, almost on the border of New Mexico. That is exactly where this large earthquake swarm is taking place. The exact same area all over this oil field that then trickles down into central West Texas. You can see here, we got a random earthquake up here, a 2.7 near Ackley, Texas. That took place today. So we could be seeing a pressure transfer going across the state and could even push into the northeast. Now, we do have an Oklahoma situation that is very similar to what's going on in Texas. A lot of oil digging operations. We could see some man-made explosions here south of Lehigh, Oklahoma. These diamonds all represent man-made explosions or quarry explosions. You can see this red earthquake here just took place moments ago, a 3.2 in Minco, Oklahoma. So Oklahoma also getting nailed in the last 7 days with random earthquakes upwards of 4.0. Now, it's fairly common to see these earthquakes here near Missouri, near the Mississippi River, but take a look at this. In about the same amount of time that Texas has been going through this new earthquake swarm since the 16th, you can see the entire upper northeast has been basically circled with different reports of the ground shaking into Ontario. This one here taking place near Welland, Ontario. We got one up near Toronto, and so on and so forth. You could basically see a circle almost around the states of New York and Pennsylvania. We had that large 3.8 to 4.2 earthquake in New Jersey, which was confirmed on basically every single seismic site except the USGS. Many reports came out talking about that earthquake, and the USGS had absolutely nothing to say. No surprise there. But anyway, back to the topic at hand. We'll zoom back in here again just so you can take one more look at this area of Texas that could be going through a man-made situation. Now, for those of you that didn't see it, I did a video talking about some asteroid activity and the planet alignment we're moving into over the next week, which includes 4 planets, including the Earth, plus the Sun and our Moon, all in a straight line at one point, which could be a very high activity day for earthquakes. It's been scientifically proven that the alignment of planets causes a magnetic field disruption, which in the past has absolutely led to large earthquakes. So, could we be seeing two different situations here? Not only the crust being weakened by the oil drilling operations, but also the extra pressure added by this planet alignment we're moving into, and also why we're seeing the larger earthquakes. The 2.0s and even some of those that reach the 3s are almost fairly common in a way here and there, but to see the uptick into the 4.0 range and even higher, the 5.4, that's a very large earthquake for Texas, shows me that there's a lot more going on than just our normal cycle of earthquakes. Finally, you can see here on Volcano Discovery that the same exact area is basically lapped over itself with earthquakes where these oil drilling operations are taking place. You can see they measured the 4.9 22 hours ago. That was probably closer to a 5.1, 5.2, and then a another large earthquake 22 hours ago, basically moments apart from each other, a 4.5, probably downgraded from at least a 4.8. These are large for this area. Here is a tweet I found to back up this information. Magnitude 4.5 and a 4.9 earthquake southwest of Menatone over the last hour. This was posted 21 hours ago, and it then says these are aftershocks from last week's 5.4 earthquake, the one we covered in a separate video. And before I let you all go, one last thing. Remember the 6.2 we had on the 22nd near the Baja region of Mexico? Picture a pressure transfer, because we watched that pressure come down the west coast with the Oregon earthquake, and before that an Alaska earthquake. So the pressure was moving down in this direction, and then we had the large 6.2. Imagine the pressure being pushed in this direction and basically leads or aids in these earthquakes taking place in Texas, in already weak crusted areas. And then of course you can imagine them going through Oklahoma and then kind of bending down into the northeast as it goes back up a fault line that quite literally runs right through New Jersey. All right, my friends, that's what I got for you for now. I'm working on something else for a little bit later in the day. Questions or concerns, please leave down below, because there's something going on in the oil fields of Texas, specifically Western Texas. And if we haven't figured it out already, I would love to figure this out, and I appreciate all the help. All right, my friends, shout out to Canada. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. Stop right there, my friends. If you have not already, click that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Click all and you will get all notifications from this channel, and trust me, you won't be disappointed.